Despite an incredibly lukewarm reception to Season 2 in Halo Infinite, and lukewarm is about as kind as I could have possibly been for the reception for Halo Infinite's Season 2. One of the more interesting things to come out of its announcement is that the Series S is getting a 120 Hz mode for Halo, which is actually kind of impressive. And I'm looking forward to seeing Digital Foundry look into how they achieved that with that little machine. So not the Series X, but the small guy, the Series S, getting 120 Hz mode in any game like Halo is kind of impressive for sure. So I want to see, like, what are they doing? Dropping that bitch to 720p? How the fuck are they getting 120 frames on that little machine? So I'm sure if they haven't already, Digital Foundry will have some sort of video content on that investigating, but certainly shows that the Series S has got a little bit more kick than some people might give it credit for. After having done a great job, however, and this is in line with Halo, continuing with that news, a great job of driving away many of the casual players. As we've discussed over the last couple of weeks, the player base has basically evaporated into not many people.jpg. 343 has made the interesting choice to patch out nearly all of the skill jumps, slides, and other advanced map movements on the basis that it ruins the integrity of the game, which of course has now turned off much of the hardcore community. So they looked at it and they said, well, we've already driven away a lot of our casual fans. What could we possibly do to make this situation worse? And somebody stood up and said, I've got it! Take away all the advanced movements that only about 5% of the entire fucking player base is capable of pulling off or even knows exists. That'll do it, right? And somebody said, fuck yeah, give that man a raise! And here we are. So immediately, Shyway, who is a prominent caster within the Halo Infinite community, and one of the main drivers for doing video content in relation to teaching people about advanced movement in Halo Infinite, like some of the longer slides that you could do, advanced jumps off of certain sections of each map, things of that nature for more efficient routing when you're doing things like that's not just necessarily team deathmatch. Maybe you're on a capture the flag and whatnot, and those would be, obviously very handy when you're at the top of the game. You got to get all the advantages you can get. 343 said, you know what? That's not adding to the experience. That's making it worse. So let's patch it right the fuck out. And Shyway immediately went to Twitter and was like, I don't know how to feel about this. I feel like I might have actually just indirectly caused this to happen by bringing so much attention to all of these things. But he's like, I feel kind of bad about it. And everyone was like, no, it's not your fault. 343 is just fucking stupid. Which I am inclined, Mr. Black, to believe, given everything that we've seen thus far. Because believe it or not, I don't know about you, but back in the day when we used to play lots of Halo, and you and I used to play a lot of Halo, one of my favorite game modes to play when we had more than just a couple people in the room, King of the Hill. King of the Hill on Blood Gulch with the tanks and shit, absolute fire. Lots of fun had with King of the Hill. And so a lot of people, when they announced some of the new game modes coming in Season 2 for Halo Infinite, were excited when they saw King of the Hill. For obvious reasons. It's a classic game mode in Halo. Well, after they got their hands on it, they discovered, wait, 343 decided to reinvent the wheel, Mr. Black, and they turned the wheel into a square. So they took a perfectly functioning mode that everyone loves in King of the Hill and then changed it into something that nobody really recognized, and for reasons nobody can quite figure the fuck out. So instead of taking the time to actually fix things that are legitimately broken, they've gone out of their way to fix things that aren't broken and making them largely worse for most of the players that are still actively playing the game. Thumbs up, 343. Keep up the hard work. You're doing well. If you keep up this pace, record timing, that game will be dead in the water. if by all accounts it's not already a little dead, it will be deader in the not too distant future.
Dead.
Yeah, super dead. Dire dead. It's like regular dead, but dire.